All right, welcome back for another beer experience. I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer, and by beer experience, I mean I'm going to enjoy this beer. You're going to be jealous, so you're going to go out and find it and try it. And you're asking, of course, what is today's beer experience? Well, today I've got an American IPA. Today's American IPA is from Red Cypress Brewing. They're in Winter Springs, Florida. They started in 2017. It was started by Ryan Parker. The IPA is the Devil's Chair IPA. It's a 6% ABV and a 55 IBU American India Pale Ale. And the Devil's Chair, according to the brewer, is in reference to an urban legend. So a devil's chair or a haunted chair is a common chair found in a cemetery. It was from, I guess, around the turn of the century. It was common, either masonry or stone chairs that were in cemeteries. I'm not sure if they were meant for people to actually use or not, but they were referred to as devil's chairs. There's a urban legend in Cassadaga, Florida, at the Lake Helen Cemetery, where there's one of these devil chairs. And the myth or the legend goes that if you take a beer to the cemetery, to this devil's chair where Satan himself is supposed to show up every night and sit, if you take a beer there and you leave it at this devil's chair at the Lake Helen Cemetery, by the next morning the beer will be gone. It'll be empty, but the can will be unopened. So there you go. Not sure how true it is, but I might have to drive up there and try it someday. So again, Devil's Chair, American IPA. The can says inspired by an urban legend in the Cassadaga Cemetery located near our brewery. The Devil's Chair IPA is packed with bright fruity hops and a dry, sinister finish that won't let go. Red Cypress Brewing, and the artwork is Satan himself holding a beer in the Devil's Chair. All right, so bright fruity hops and a dry, sinister finish. Sounds like an IPA. Sounds like a good experience. I wasn't in the mood for an IPA. I was looking for a sour or a goza, but my son came home from college this past weekend with a couple friends and completely wiped out my beer selection. So I was pretty slim pickings on what to go with here. So we're going with the Red Cypress Devil's Chair IPA. All right, let's see if what Satan has in store for us here. We'll get this out of the can and into the glass. So the color's pretty nondescript. It's just a dark, murky, dark yellow, dark gold. You know, it doesn't have the look of like a hazy or a juicy IPA that's got that bright grapefruity look to it. It's just it's a simple color. It's got a half a finger of white head, and I don't really see a lot of carbonation. So let's see what this smells like. Bitter hops with a little bit of malt sweetness. So it's got a sweetness. It's maybe the malt, maybe some of the hops that have that citrus aroma to them, but it's a malty sweetness almost. Okay, so the nose is not very strong. It's a mild hoppy citrus with a little bit of malt sweetness, and all of that is pretty tempered. It's not a very strong nose. All right, let's see what the Devil's Chair has in store for us. Hopefully it's good enough for Satan himself. Okay, it's not really citrusy to me. It's not really fruity. to me, it's almost like it has the hop bitterness absent the hop flavor. It's really weird. I don't get, any citrus, any tropical fruit. I don't get any grassy notes. I get beer with a hop flavor and a hop bitter, but I can't pick out any of the, the nuances of the different hops would give you something grassy, tropical, or the citrusy grapefruit, or even something funky. It's weird. So it's a very mild fruit, so mild that I really can't place it. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard for me to put my finger on. It's got a hop flavor, but I'm not sure what hop flavor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with it's got just a hop bitter flavor. It's got a pretty dry finish, so it's got a dry, I don't know, somewhat astringent finish on it. Dries out the back of my mouth, leaves some good bitterness behind. It's just not fruity or anything. They said bright fruity hops. I would say it's bright hops with a dry, sinister finish. Yeah, everything. So I'm just not getting the fruity part of it. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. A little bit of a metallic taste almost. So yeah, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just missing something, not bad. I'm just saying that I wouldn't like citrus or fruity. I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting an astringent, slightly metallic hop bitterness. That's the way it's staying for me. The beer experience. It's a bitter, metallic, dry, astringent IPA. So for that, that's what I get. I think the devil might really like this one. Yeah, it's leaving that bitter, metallic back end. It's leaving it as I drink more, and as I go on here over time, it's definitely drying out the back of my throat. I'm trying to reach for some fruit in there, but if it's there, I can't pick it out. So yeah, that's where it's at. All right, I'm gonna check this in on Untapped. Devil's Chair IPA from Red Cypress Brewery. It's an American IPA with 6% ABV and 55 IBUs. It's got a 3.68 rating with 5,424 ratings. All right, I'm gonna check this in. I went with the flavor profile of hoppy, dry, bitter, and metallic. I don't know. I couldn't pick out the fruit. It might be there. There might be a hint of fruit, maybe a hint of grass, but I just wasn't enough for me to pick out. So I went with a 3 rating. It's just a bitter, hoppy IPA for me. Nothing jumped out. So my beer experience, it is what it is. That's what I went with. So there you go, another beer checked in the books. It's the Devil's Chair IPA from Red Cypress Brewery. If you make your way down to the Lake Helen Cemetery and leave a beer there, let me know in the comments if it is gone the next day, or if it's empty without the can being open the next day. I'd be very interested to know if that's the case. Just a hoppy, bitter, dry, little bit astringent IPA. Not bad. Not, it wasn't anything that I'm gonna remember, but it met the criteria for an IPA, I guess. Yeah, the lack of being able to pick something out bothers me, but hey, I'm still learning. If you've had this or something else from Red Cypress, leave me a comment. If you want to find me on Untappd, it's CrafTeeBeer. And until the next time, in the next beer experience, cheers.